Big Ten road wins are tough, and Tom had his team ready to play today. Indiana played with great effort. Maryland, Indiana has never been easy, but it's great for our team the way we face the adversity. The young players that got thrust into playing because of unavailability of a few of our starters. I was really proud of the way a guy like Colton Deary came in and played, the way Billy Edwards came in for Leo when he went down. A lot of guys that haven't played a lot of football had to step up, and our team, I like the way we face adversity. But I'll also tell you, I'm not real happy with the way we play, how we don't play smart. And we're a good team, and good teams don't beat themselves, and we keep talking about it. The penalties before the first half there allowed them to score points at the end of the game. The false start by veteran players. Those are the things that take away from our ability to celebrate a really tough, hard-fought game. Now, what I will say is that this team has shown tremendous resiliency all year long. They play with the right effort. They understand, how to come together when things aren't going well. But I sure would like to see us play one of those perfect games where we start fast and finish strong. And we didn't get that done today. But Big Ten road wins are tough, and I'm proud of the effort and the resiliency that we continue to show. With that, I'll open it up to questions.
What do you know about Talia? Was it his knee? It looked like that was what he.
It was a lower leg injury. I don't know if it was knee or ankle by the time I got in there. Probably won't be clear until tomorrow. Hopefully when we get back and get an MRI. I know he was in there celebrating with his teammates. So that was that was something that was good to see. But I think we'll know a lot more after we get the MRI.
What was the message to the team after that? I mean, you still had a chance to win and did.
One of the things we talked about, we knew going into this game that Jalen Duncan wouldn't be available, our starting left tackle. He's dealing with a family emergency back home, and Jacoian Bennett gets nicked up and banged up right on Thursday, the last play of practice of Thursday. So you lose two starters like that, and these young players are thrust in there. And so when Leah went down, I think the big message from me to our offense was, listen, Billy gets 40% of those reps during the week. Leah takes 60. We have tremendous faith in Billy and his ability to come in and execute. It's a next man up mentality, and I was really glad to see Billy come in and do what he did. Dan did a tremendous job of establishing the run game in the second half, which really took some pressure off of things. They were a high pressure team on first and second down, and once we kind of got their flavor of the day, we were able to go in at half, settle some things down, and be able to run the ball, which I think helped us in the second half.
Go ahead.
Oh, you just said it in the first half. You guys only rushed 5 yards in the first quarter, and then fourth, 127. So kind of what was that change, and what was the talk of your coaching staff?
I mean, it's adjustments. We knew going in, because of the amount of pressure they showed on first and second down. I mean, this is the most pressure we faced, and we knew that going in. So the game plan initially was to get the ball out on the perimeter, which we were able to do. We scored 14 points. We've got the ball out in space on the perimeter. The interior pressures they didn't affect us. But then as we got a good feel for what their blitzes of the day would be, at halftime we went in and made the decision to tie down the backside edge, which allowed us to take care of that run-through backer. We were able to pop some runs. Roman did a good job reading it out. And the run game really helped settle some things down, and it opened up some things for us in terms of big plays.
What do you think it says about Billy just to come in as a backup and win a game like that?
I mean, I think it's a byproduct of what the culture is. We all know that on any given play, it could be your opportunity. Our players prepare that way. The way we practice gives us the necessary reps that when we do face injuries or adversity by losing starters and players, the next man's got to step up and be able to execute at the same level as the guy that went out. And today we saw some young guys grow up and saw some guys step up and make plays when we needed them most.
Kind of similar topic, but specifically the secondary and the offensive line. How did you think those units did with being a bit depleted?
The secondary, I would say, was hit or miss. I mean, we had a couple of PIs again, holding, not playing fundamentally the way we want to play the game. Obviously giving up PIs and as I say, competitive penalties I can deal with, but when they're in the same area and it becomes a fundamental flaw, then we got to get it fixed. And, 4 had a couple of PIs today. One of those, I questioned, but it is what it is. Offensive line-wise, once we decided what we wanted to do to run the football, I thought they did a tremendous job of communication. They protected, Colton Deary in there, the young guy with his first extended opportunities, was really happy the way that they responded and took care of things.
Go to Shiloh on the Zoom.
Hey there, Coach. I know you said that you were celebrating, but I didn't know if you had a chance to talk to him at all. How did you feel? I don't know you said
I mean, when I didn't get a chance to speak with him, obviously right after the game, I had a couple of media things we had to do, but I can tell you, I looked over and saw him singing the fight song, big smile on his face, hugging Billy Edwards, celebrating with his teammates, and to me, that's a positive sign. Obviously, we have to get the MRI here as soon as we're able to do so, and we'll know more once we get that.
Go to Ryan on the Zoom.
The running backs have all had their opportunities and spots this year, and we've talked about the depth that we've been able to create in that room, with Roman obviously leading the charge, rushing for over 100 yards, had some big runs when we needed them most there, broke a big tackle there on the 3rd and 1 and went for 46 yards, which is what we come to expect. And all those guys, when they've been given opportunities, they've really done a tremendous job of executing. And so we've got to lean on that room, and obviously Roman is the guy that's kind of leading the charge for those young running backs.
All right, last one, Ryan McFadden.
And he had a stinger, but, as far as I know, he'll be okay. Had a stinger there, and basically they said that once he got his strength back, he would have been able to go.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.